What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Today's video is not a lesson video, more so the fact that I met Robben Ford. So let's go. So 2 weeks ago from when you all are watching this video, my girlfriend and I, we went to the Iridium in New York City to catch Robben Ford on his second show of the Les Paul Tribute Week, right? And it was amazing. That whole week, you know, they had a bunch of shows for the Les Paul birthday event. And then starting Saturday through Monday, Robben with the Oz Noy Trio played 2 sets per night. So we didn't go Saturday because we went to dinner. Then the Knicks won the championship, which was a lot of fun. And then Sunday was our day. I had bought tickets about a month in advance because I knew for a fact that if I didn't see Robben at one of these shows, not sure if I would ever see him again in the US because he lives in Europe. So we had to go. So that Sunday we went and it was incredible. So prior to this night, I had only ever seen Robben perform live once. In 2016, he came to Berklee during the guitar sessions program and did a full band performance. I think it was promo for his Into the Sun record, but I could be mistaken. And that was a lot of fun, right? It was really cool. And I remember vividly, a lot of the teachers at Berklee, you know, were super excited because a lot of them grew up listening to Robben's music, transcribing his solos, etc. Me, being little 21-year-old Gabe, had heard the name Robben Ford and had heard the name Dumble and knew about his Telecaster, you know, but I didn't really know much of his repertoire. I do remember though, I went with my friends and we had a great time. One of them actually works really closely with Rick Wheeler, who is Robben's tech in the US and Larry Carlton's tech for many, many years, which is really cool. So that was a fun show. Not knowing the music, you know, I was excited and kept slowly listening to it, but never really dove headfirst into it. And then during the pandemic, you know, a lot of us had all the time in the world. That's when I really dove into Robben's music. And one can say there was me before discovering Robben's music and me after discovering Robben's music. Because as you guys know, Robben is a hero of mine and he's someone I look up to so much in his playing, his technique, his tone, how he teaches. You know, he's just one of my heroes. So obviously when Robin announces he's playing 3 shows at the Iridium as part of Les Paul's birthday celebration, we had to go. You know, him living in Europe, him playing 1 show in the US, let alone 3 nights, probably doesn't happen in the future. So, had to go. My mom and I went to New York for a couple days, hung out with my girlfriend Annabelle, and then on Sunday, Annabelle and I went to the show at the Iridium, and it was spectacular. It was so, so good. Robin was fantastic. He had his 52 Les Paul Gold Top. He had his 1960 Telecaster, which for me is the holy grail of Telecasters. And he was playing through a Little Walter amplifier. And the sound was perfect. So much clarity, right? When he would strum his Les Paul, it would sort of push the Little Walter ever so slightly, right? But then when he goes to the Telecaster, it maintained so much clarity and tightness in the bottom end. And then, you know, hearing him perform Oasis, that's like a dream come true. There's a video on YouTube from 1998. Robin is playing with his Esprit, with Tom Berklee and Roscoe Beck, right, in Germany. He has his Dumble Overdrive Special, I think a Twin or a Super Reverb. And that performance of Oasis, I've watched hundreds of times. So seeing Oasis performed live, like 15 feet in front of me, was, oh my God, this will never happen again. I'm so happy to be here. The show was incredible. And then obviously, you know, at the smaller venue, the Iridium, that's when, you know, after the show, he came out to the merch table, and that's where I sort of expressed my gratitude towards him, you know, telling him how much he meant to me, how much I've watched this performance, you know, how much I listened to the inside story, as you all saw in the beginning of this video, performing the solo from Magic Sam. So much more, you know, watching him perform with Larry Carlton on YouTube. There's one show from Japan. There's a Killer Rio Samba. There's Cold Cold, Talk to Your Daughter. I told him I transcribed Rugged Road so many times. It was just such a great solo. Yeah, I said everything that I had to just in case I don't get the opportunity again in the future, because, and like I told him, he changed my life with his music, his playing, his teaching, everything. So it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it was unreal. So the crazy part in all this, you know, upon further reflection after the show, is realizing that I have been so lucky, and I'm so grateful that I have been able to meet most of my guitar heroes. I've met Robben Ford. I've met Larry Carlton. I've met Joe Bonamassa. I've met John Mayer. And in each of those interactions, I've been able to express my gratitude, you know, for all the music they've made that has inspired me so much over my journey as both a guitar player and musician. The one guitar player, guitar hero of mine that I haven't met yet is Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton is my #1 guitar hero of all time. I guess you can say maybe tied with John Mayer. But if I ever meet Eric Clapton, most likely I'll be speechless, but I really hope I'll be able to form some sentences and express to him how much his music, his guitar playing, his songwriting has endlessly inspired me as a musician and guitar player. Well, all right, guys, that is today's video. Obviously, story time regarding Robben Ford at the Iridium, and then meeting him after the show. Once in a lifetime experience. I'm so lucky, so grateful to have gone, and I still can't believe that I met one of my heroes. Truly incredible and inspiring. He even gave me one of his picks, Diodario Heavy, and on the back it says Robben Ford. So, so cool. I'll treasure that forever. And then hopefully coming soon, I got a poster. His girlfriend Kelly took a photo of his gold top Les Paul, and he signed it, and that should be arriving soon. Funny enough, on Instagram, you can see they posted him signing it. And in slide 7, you can see to Gabriel, thank you, Robben Ford. So, so cool. I will cherish that forever. That'll be hung up wherever I go as a reminder, as, you know, Robben Ford is my hero. He changed my life, and I'll never forget it. So with all that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.